Hello friends and welcome to Finance Logic YouTube channel. My name is Evgeny, and in this video I will show you how to create two flexible timelines which you can use in your financial models. These timelines are very flexible and very functional, and you will see it, so watch this video till the end. In timeline number one, our period is going to be 1 month, and in second timeline we're going to use quarter as a period. And these both timelines are very functional and very flexible, meaning that we need to input only one date. Usually it's today date or date at which you perform your financial model, and all other dates are going to be computed automatically. So watch this video till the end, download the file with the exercise if you want to follow me, and let's begin. Our first timeline is timeline broken down by month, and we need to start our timeline with today. Today, when I'm recording this video, is 14 November 2024, and we have the relevant function in the Microsoft Excel that is called today. This function doesn't require any input. We just need to open bracket and close it, and as a result we have current date. If you want to follow me, you can just manually type 14 November and then replace it by your current date using today function. And then we work, if we use today function, when we work with our financial model, our model is automatically updated on a daily basis, because Microsoft Excel just updates current date and your all timeline is updated automatically. Now we need to estimate period end. It should be the end of November, and we have a relevant function in Microsoft Excel. It's called NEO month, meaning end of month. We just need to input start date. This is my today, and I need to input number of months that I need to pass from this date. I don't need to pass any months because I need to stay in November. I just need the end of November, and it should be 30 November 2024. Yes, it is true. And then our next period will be 1st December. It is period end of previous period plus 1. It's very simple, and I can copy the formula of EO month till the end of our timeline pattern. So meaning that if we need to create only once our formulas, and then if I change my start date, instead of today I can type, for example 30 December 2024, then all my timeline pattern is updated automatically as I need. And this thing, flexibility, is very essential in financial modeling. I'm going to undo my previous operation to work with 14 November, and then let's fill some and estimate some attributes that we may need in our financial model. For example, we may need number of year in order to group our numbers on an annual basis. It's very simple. We just have the function that is called year, and we need to apply it whether to period start date or period end date. It doesn't matter actually. Now, number of months also may be useful. We can refer to period start date or period end date. It doesn't matter. Number of quarter. In Microsoft Excel there is no function that is called quarter. Quartile is a bit different. It is a statistical function, but we can get number of quarter based on number of months. It's very simple. If number of my current months is 11, I know that current quarter is number 4, and I can get 4 by dividing my number of months by 3. By 3 it is number of months in each quarter. But I need my number to be integer. So I need number 4 instead of 3.6. That is why let's copy to the right to have some history of numbers. That is why what I need to do, instead of having 0.33 in January 2025, I need 1. Instead of 0.66, I need also 1, because it is first quarter. Second month refers to quarter number 1. So all time I need to round up. That is why we need to put our function into round up. We have function round, we have function round up, we have function round down. In our case, we need to round up our result, and a number of digits should be 0, because I don't need any fraction of my integer number. And now let's copy that. Let's copy all our functions till the end of our financial model, and we can check that we have reasonable results. After 3 periods of quarter number 2, we have 3 periods of quarter number 3, and so on. So it seems like our function works. The next one, it may be quite useful to have some kind of attribute of quarter end. For example, we may pay some taxes at the end of each quarter, and we need to answer yes or no, or 1, or we need to get 1 or 0, where 1 means yes, it is end of quarter, and 0 means no. I need to tell you that in Microsoft Excel and financial modeling there are many possible ways of doing the same thing. I'm just going to offer you one of the tools. To determine the end of quarter, we need to compare number of quarter in current period, in current month, comparing with number of quarter of next month. So it means that if I'm in November, I need to compare quarter number 4 with quarter number 4. And if these numbers are the same, it means that our current month cannot be the end of the quarter. But when number of next period, number of quarter of next month is different from current, it means that current month is the end of a quarter. I am going to write an equation. Then these numbers are different. Then the answer is yes. It's an end of a quarter. So I compare, for example, C9 with D9. These two signs means is different from. It is opposite to equal. So if it is true, then answer is true. If it is false, then the answer is false. And now let's observe the results. We have truth only when current month is at the end of each quarter. True, true, true. We have after each 3 periods, we have true. We can convert trues and false to ones and zeros, as it is more convenient to work with the numbers than with just the descriptions, when the names. To do so, we need to input our equation into a function that is called n. N means number. And now we have, instead of trues and false, we have ones and zeros, and ones are only when current month is last month of each quarter. Now, the next thing is number of days in the period. Pay attention that in my case, and I recommend you to follow this rule, period start and period end are included in current period. Meaning that if I need to estimate number of days in November, from 14 November to 30 November inclusively, I need to take a difference between these two dates and to add 1 in order to count start date. We can check, for example, December. In December, there are 31 days, and the result is 31. Let's copy it till the end. And finally, it's very, very convenient to have year fraction in your timeline. Year fraction we can get using a relevant function that is called year frac. We need to input start date, but my start date is 14 November and I want to count this date. That is why I need to subtract 1 in order to get proper result, because I need my function to count 14 of November. Then semicolon. I need to input period end without any specific adjustments, and then I need to select basis. My basis is actual. You can use another options only when you need to estimate, for example, interest on some specific financial instruments, which assume, for example, that in the year there are 360 days instead of 365. Or if I input nothing, by default I have actual number of days and actual number of months. So it means that number of days from 14 November to 30 November inclusively, or in November, the fraction of November is approximately 5% from the year 2024. And the year fraction is very useful when we need to estimate, for example, interest on some financial instruments in monetary terms. We just need to multiply it by principal and by annual rate, and we can estimate interest for each period. And the most exciting thing is that the timeline we have just created is very flexible. It means that it responds properly to our single input. Our single input is our start date. For example, if I change start date, for example, to 31st December of 2026, then all my timeline should be updated automatically and without any errors and any bugs. Let's check it. So yes, it is, and this is very you can change your start date and you can see that everything works properly. If something is wrong, write in the comments, we will try to fix it. Now I'm going to undo my previous operation. Now let's create the timeline by quarters that is more sophisticated. Timeline by quarters, it's going to be a bit difficult comparing to our previous exercise, because in Microsoft Excel, as of at the end of 2024, does not have function similar to end of months. So we don't have the function that could be called end of quarter. But if you use AI can help you, and you can do it with a few seconds. But our practice is not about using AI. We can create without AI very flexible tool. So let's input period start. Let it be, for example, again, let it be today's date, 14 November, or if you want to follow me, you can just input it manually, 14 November 2024. Then period end. Period end should be 31st December of 2024, and I have inputted it manually just for some minutes. I will come back with you and we will update it with appropriate formula. Start date of next period is end date of previous period plus 1, and end date of second period should be 31st March of 2025. To get 31st March, I can use end of month. To get 31st March, I can use function end of month. I need to input start date, semi-comma, and I need to pass by exactly 3 months. Let's see what we have. We have 30th of April. It means that I don't need to pass by 3 months. I need to pass just by 2, because I'm in January and I need 2 months to pass, February and March, and I need end of March. That is why the number should be 2. And then I can copy everything to the right. We don't have any problems in period starting from second, but we have problem with end of period number 1, because if I need to update my start date, for example, if I type here 30 June of 2018, I don't have appropriate update in my subsequent periods. So we will come back and we will update our yellow cell with appropriate formula. Now let's estimate year, start month, quarter, and all attributes that could be useful in financial models. Year, it's very simple. We just need to input function year, and we need to refer to any date, start or end. It doesn't matter because both dates belong to the same year. Start month, we can use function month. Quarter, to get quarter, as we know, we need to round up our month divided by 3 with 0 number of digits. Days in the period, it is our end date minus our start date minus 1, because as again we assume that our start date is included in our financial model. N year fraction we get using appropriate function. We input start date minus 1 because I need to count 14 of November, and my end date is end date of relevant period. And it's better to look at year fraction presented in percentages. Now let's copy everything right, and let's think how to update our formula, which can return period end depending on our only one input, depending only on start date. Let's think, if it's November, if my current date is November, I need to get end of December. I need to pass further by 1 month. If my start date is, for example, 10th of October, then I need to pass 2 months to reach December. And if my current date 5th of December, I need to pass 0 number of months because my current month is end of quarter. So it means that we have some kind of trend, we have some kind of tendency that we need to describe in our formula, which allows us to estimate number of months that we need to pass to get exactly the end of each quarter. If my current date is November, then I need to pass exactly 1 month to reach end of quarter. End of quarter is month number 12. How can I get month number 12? I can multiply number of quarter by 3, and then I can subtract our start month. So it would be 12 minus 11. Then if we talk about next period, if my start date is 1st of January, I need to pass 2 months to reach March, because March is end of quarter, and I can take number of quarter and multiply it by 3, and I can subtract number of my start month, and I can get 2. This is exactly what I need. So what I'm going to conclude, that number of months that I need to pass can be estimated as a difference between number of quarter multiplied by 3 and our start months. Let's try to introduce it in cell D18. It means that instead of 2 I need to write the formula. The formula is number of quarter multiplied by 3. We can input here 3 because 3 is a constant, and it refers to number of months in each quarter, and subtract number of my start month. Again, pay attention. So we have number of quarter multiplied by 3. It means we have 3 months, and we subtract current months to get number of months that we need to pass in order to reach last month of each quarter. I'm going to input this formula, and then of course we need to test whether our mechanism works properly. I expect here 31st March of 2025. Yes, it is. If I copy it to the right, I don't see any problems. We have end of quarter each time, and then I need to copy it left, and I should get here 31st December of 2024. Yes, it is. It seems like it works, but in order to conclude that everything really works properly, we need to change our period start. We need to change our start date. Let it be, for example, 31st December of 2022. Our period end is 31st December of 2022. It's the same date. Then our next period is January 1st, and it seems like everything works properly. Also, we can change, for example, by 1st of March of any year. 1st of March, it is our start date. Our end date for the first period is 31st March of 2023, and it seems like the function works. So we have created a very flexible mechanism. Just imagine, you need to update only one cell, and all our time pattern is updated automatically. This is very helpful when you create your financial models, because you have so many attributes and you can do many things that you may need when you perform your financial modeling. If you have any questions, write in the comments. I hope it helps. Don't forget to subscribe and watch my next videos. Bye.